Huh? That's nice, right?
I like it.
That's nice.
I like it.
Everybody claps. Everybody claps. Thank you. Thank you. You're far too kind. You're far too kind. And then it starts fading out really slowly. A little bit too slow. Yeah, I might have to edit that.
Did you make this? You made this?
I can't even really hear you, do I?
Did you make this? Can
Oh,
you hear
yeah.
me now? Don't put it away too far away.
Yeah, okay. I feel like we're at like a studio. Okay, guys, sit down. Calm down. It's fine.
Thank you.
There's
Thank
just
you
two
very
people
much.
here.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all being here. I don't know.
Silence, please.
Yeah. Okay. So like you were saying before, you bought
I bought a taser and some, well, it's mace. So this gentleman, I go to school right now, and this gentleman, it's like required for, since I go to a cosmetology school, it's 95% females. So it's required for us to take like a self-defense class or whatever. So this gentleman comes out. No, it's not boxing. He was, of course, he was older and like gimpy, but he really was just there to kind of like teach us about like how often rape and, you know, attacking happens to females, like, and how to pretty much be prepared, to always look out. He taught us some like cool hand moves or whatever, or how to like get out of certain situations. Of course, I was the only volunteer. It was really awkward. Half of my face was on his arm by the end of it. And it was just really weird because I was trying to close my mouth because I'm a germaphobe. Mm-hmm. And his mouth, like his arm was right on my mouth, but I was laughing. And so the whole time I'm just thinking his dead skin cells are flaking into my mouth right now. And it's really grossing me out. Anyways, so he came and he sold us... it's military grade pepper spray. It's technically tear gas, or it has a form of tear gas in it, and it has a UV dye in it, so it doesn't immediately dye their face, but like, you know, somebody like attacks you or whatever, and you're able to run off, but then the perpetrator runs away or whatever. Like if you can, I guess, what is that?
Our ice machine making ice and dropping it like it's hot. Or dropping it like it's cold, I guess.
I was going to say more like it's cold. So anyways, they can shine a black light on the guy's face and see that you sprayed them.
Now, where are you supposed to... Do you spray them like just over the eyes?
Well, he taught us how to spray. My eyelash is coming off right now. So if you're shorter, which I technically am, he said you usually just aim higher because most, you know, perpetrators are like tall and go after shorter women or smaller women, mm-hmm. which I'm not small at all. I'm short, but I'm not small. So he said to just aim high and do it in a Z form, but try and make sure they get in their like in their face, because it's just gonna make them, whether it gets in their eyes or not, like the fumes of it is gonna make them like immediately drop. Which I think it's a really good thing. I feel like a lot of females need to be aware of this stuff, because myself included, I think, man, I'm a big girl, I'm tough, like nobody's going to want to mess with me, you know, but I could easily be caught off guard at any minute and be attacked, you know, and I think it's one of the things they do is, you know, if you have that like gut intuition that makes you feel uncomfortable, or like, yesterday I was leaving United and I don't ever carry cash on me, and this obviously I didn't think of it like this when it happened to me, but after I was in the class I was like, oh my god, what if that was it, you know? So I got out of my car, whatever, don't ever look at the ground because I'm like, I don't care. When I was coming back there was a $10 bill kind of stuck underneath my car, but like on the door, and I saw it and I was on the phone, but I thought, no, somebody else needs it more than I do, you know, like whatever. And I got in my car, whatever, drove off, and then I was like, what if somebody put it there to like catch me off guard? No, it was like, you know, your car door, and it's like right underneath it, but it was like where whenever you get out you would be able to see it, and I feel like I would have seen it if I would have gotten out.
Oh, but it was on the floor.
Yeah, it was on the ground, okay. Yeah. So I was like,
or the ground, I guess.
Yeah. So I was like, what if somebody put it there? I was like, man, they think I'm that cheap, $10. I'll put 100, I'll pick it up. But, like, my kind heart, I was like, somebody else is going to need that more than I am, you know, whatever. But then I was like, what if somebody put it there to see if I would pick it up and, like, catch me off guard, you know? I don't know. I could be lying. I could have just made that scenario up in my head. But now that I went through that class, I'm more aware of those situations, which I feel is very important for a lot of girls to go through those. And I got a taser.
Yeah. Hey, have you used the taser yet?
No.
Or like made it.
Yeah, I did that. And
that's always scary to me.
It's scary. Yeah. Well, whenever I was holding it, this is my mace, by the way, and it's really cool. It has
yeah. We don't need that
is
in
bothering
honor around here. You're just walking around getting some cookies, and you're like, my eye.
What is this tear gas? No, the taser. I did like press it. I was gonna bring it in too to show it to you, but I was like, no, because. Anyways, but Moncio did volunteer when he gets home to allow me to tase him.
Like, for how long?
For as long as I want, I guess. I'll see how mad I am that day.
Is it like, how powerful is it? Does it say like, we'll make your assailant crap his pants or something?
No, I think it's just like pretty much to like shock him and like disable or disarm is what he kept saying. Disarm him and you have enough time to like run off and get help. Nothing that he taught us was anything like, oh, hit him here and it'll kill him, or he didn't teach us how to kill anybody. He literally, what he called it was just disarming someone. Which is like, anyways, so that you have enough time to run and get help. But I think that's real, I don't know, I just feel like that's an important thing to do. I don't ever think about stuff like that. I feel like even like little girls and men alike, because I mean, it's not just women that are, you know, the victims. You know, there's some men out there that are too. They all need to kind of have some kind of course in that.
I've read some stuff on the internet about like the child abductions or whatever, and like how these women are pushing. I guess they're at Walmart or something. I don't know, but they're like pushing their baskets down an aisle, and they notice like a man like staring at them and their 2 kids or however many kids they have, and they notice them wherever they go, and some people call them out, some people don't. But
yeah, that happened to me at Walmart actually. I want to say I was with Moncio, or maybe I called Moncio, but I felt like everywhere I went, the same gentleman was in that same vicinity, and like he kind of was like walking way too close to me and Maddie, and like normally I'm not a careless mom, but I'm not like, you're going to stay right here, hold my hand the whole time. Like, if she wants to run off and go see something, as long as I can see her, I'm okay with it, you know? But she's gotten to the point where she'll, like, hide behind the clothes or, oh, you can't see me, Mom, you know? Yeah. But that, I always tell her, like, you need to be careful, baby, because there's bad people out here that are going to steal you. And, of course, she doesn't believe me. She thinks the world is, like, the best place on earth, you know, or the best place on earth is the world. Yeah, she just thinks it's great. Everybody's kind, you know, nobody's going to harm her. So I have to like tell her that, but it freaked me out. He had like a red checkered shirt, and I just left my cart and I left because I was like, I don't know what I would do in those situations. I like to think that I'd be like Superwoman and like, you know, hang on to the car or whatever, but really, I mean, there's been several times where like Maddie's like running across the street and like there's a car coming, and you know, natural instinct, you think I would run and grab Maddie or something, but I freeze. I literally freeze. Like, there's one time when we were at the pool, she, like, kind of fell in, and she was, like, you know, couldn't swim, and I was able to get her out, but my first instinct, I was like, I couldn't think of what to do or how to do it, which, you know, I should have just gone there and grabbed her in hindsight, but at the moment, I get so freaked out. So I don't know what I would do in those situations. I feel like I would want to do the whole taken stuff or whatever, but
I think it has to do, I mean, like with the whole running across the street, I think it has to do like vicinity of like you to where that person is. Like if you're close enough and you like notice it, you can just grab their shirt and jerk them back.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you can't really do anything, like even if you sprint your hardest, you're probably not going to make it.
Make it in time, yeah. I mean, that's a good point, yeah, because all those times that I've said I was further away, like even at the pool, I had told her, I was like, come here, baby, don't walk too close, and she purposely like jumped in, and I was laying on one of the lounge chairs, so I wasn't like right then and there where I could grab her, and I just remember thinking like, what do I do? And then I went and grabbed her. And thankfully she was fine. You know, I thought that I sat there for like 15 minutes while my child was drowning. But I really think it just like was probably like a split second that I freaked out. And then I did what I
Was anybody else there?
No. Thankfully, because then I felt like I would have been a terrible mom. Like, just sitting, laying out, getting some sun. Like, don't put no floaties on your kid.
What pool are you going to that no one's there?
Well, it was the apartment pool. Do you remember my old apartment?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they never had any. It was, like, during the day.
I was thinking, because I know you live in Sundown now. I was thinking, like, the Sundown City pool.
No. No, she knows how to swim now. She was about 2 years old when this happened.
Uh-huh.
So I was also a new mom, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I would do.
You still like just
balancing
stuff out. Don't want to mess up this hair. Or...
I just got my weave in. Like, I don't know. I just feel like those situations are hard. Because even when I was little, there was somebody drowning and I tried to help them. And like them freaking out made me drown because they were like pulling me down.
Yeah.
I really think that's why there's trained lifeguards.
Or she goes to Sundown now, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, she doesn't? Because I didn't know when we moved from Houston back to Sundown, I didn't know how to swim nor ride a bike. I mean, the bike thing doesn't really matter because I still don't. But
you don't know how to ride a bike?
Nuh-uh.
Domingo.
Lily.
You do not know how to ride a bike?
No.
I mean, I can't speak much because I'm not good at riding a bike. But I know, like, how to.
I don't know how.
We're going to go bike riding. I want to see this stuff.
Why?
Because it's going to be funny.
Also, I used to avoid stuff back in the day when we were in high school. They're like, hey, you want to go over here? I was like, oh, yeah, what are we going to do? Or what do y'all plan on doing? They're like, oh, we might go, take our bikes out somewhere. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me ask my parents. I wouldn't go.
Well, I feel like you still do that. You just don't have your parents to ask. Like, you'll be like, oh, who's there? Who's all going to go? What time are y'all going? Oh, I'll let you know. You still do that.
I say, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Or I'll let you know.
Yeah. But that doesn't work with Moncio anymore because he's like, all right, man, that's cool.
Yeah, and he parks
I'll be there
outside.
at 4.
Yeah.
I'm like, for what?
Yeah,
because you're going to get picked up. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
I guess I'm going.
Let me get showered real quick. He's like, really? The last time he said I'd be there at like 1:23 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, and I texted him, I was like, dude, where are you at? He's like, dude, I'm not really going to be there at 1:23. I was like, oh.
Because usually he's good about showing up at 1:23.
Yeah, and this is like a most random time.
Yeah, he's a retard like that. But let's talk about other things you avoid.
I don't know, but we'll go back to that. But back to the swimming thing.
Oh yeah.
Sundown, they have that's where I learned how to swim.
Yeah, I know they have swimming lessons there.
It's like middle school-ish that they teach you though, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's like a class you have to take. Or I take it, I'm not sure.
Okay, so they teach you like a lifeguarding thing, or
well,
they just teach you how to swim?
Well, when I got there, I didn't know how to swim, so they taught me how to swim, how to like go underwater and swim and whatnot.
I just think that's so weird that you came from Houston.
Well, I was born here in Levelland.
Yeah,
we moved to Houston because my mom had family up there. And then, I can't remember how, I think we were up there like 5 years, so I guess that was, 94-ish? And then we came back in 99, because I remember I was up here for the Y2K thing, that all the computers are going to like explode when it hit 2000.
Yeah, and everybody sat in their tub with the mattress over their head.
Yeah, and glow sticks so they can see.
So
well, I mean, we didn't do all that.
No, we did.
We had glow sticks in case the power went out, and then as soon as it hit midnight, it just hit midnight, and it...
yeah, and life just went on.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, what do we do with all these $450 worth of glow sticks? But we did that,
man, so
or we
funny.
moved back, and I'm not sure why we moved back. But anyway, we moved back, and also I found out how much better the Sundown School was better than the school I went to over there.
Yeah, because you kind of got like thrown back, didn't you? Not thrown back, but like held back a little bit.
No, I'm too smart for that.
Well, I don't mean
smart,
like held back. I just mean like when you came here, the school was more advanced. So
yeah,
you had trouble.
Yeah, I mean over there they would take us to the library. I had like A's. I think mostly A's, 1 or 2 B's maybe. They would take us to the library, they would say, just check out whatever you wanted. I used to read Toad and the Frog, which really had no words. It was just a picture book. And I wouldn't really read it. I would just, kind of just check something out so they would, leave me alone.
Leave you alone, yeah.
And then over here...
I feel like that's what Maddie does.
Over here, they made us read and get SRC points.
What are SRC points?
Which, based on the reading level, I believe, each book is assigned like a certain number of points.
Oh, okay.
And you have to take a test after you read the book, and then
Yeah.
if you get, 70 or above, I believe, you get the...
I just lost 2 lashes.
Oh, well, they'll grow back. Or you can put them back on, one of the two. And you take a test, and I think they give you or you have to get a certain number of SRC points 6 weeks. I wasn't good at that. I'm still not good at that because I hate reading. And I hated reading at the time.
I hated, it's not competitive reading, but I hated reading to test. Does that make sense? Like, I love reading because I just want to, read a book or something, but I don't want to... I feel like when I'm reading to have to remember it, I feel like it puts so much pressure on me that I read, the same lines 15 times because I'm like, what did I say? You know what I mean?
English class?
Yeah, that's so stupid. I hated that. I love to read. I read daily or, and I love paper books. I love, all that. But when I was in school, I hated it. It was probably, my worst subject because... it would put so much pressure on me and I would fail. And I was just I couldn't do the whole skim read where, okay, I got the gist of it, let me test.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
That's awful.
I'm the slowest reader ever, too.
You're like Monsieur?
I don't know. No, Monsieur was a good reader, I think.
Oh, he had trouble with math. That was Roland that had trouble
I'm not putting anybody on blast.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway. Yeah, I sucked at reading. I sucked at math. I wasn't good at history. I suck at grammar. And I say suck because I still suck at grammar.
So what did you
learn in school? I was behind on everything. I thought I was good at, but I sucked at everything when I moved to Sundown and realized that I was way behind. I had to learn
a lot of things.
Yeah. And they would keep a notebook and for their math class to keep all their assignments together. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't do that.
Well, that's how it was whenever I moved, because I grew up in Mexico, and then I moved back to San Antonio with my mom when I was 6. I can't remember. Anyways, I was young, and so I had to learn English and learn all that. Well, whenever I would turn 12, I want to say 12, maybe 13, I was just hated America, or hated my mom kind of thing, just wanted to move back to Mexico with my family that I was used to, and I wanted to be there. So I moved back to Mexico, and it was, their science and all that stuff was, so advanced. I was, skipping steps. They were teaching me, certain kind of it was probably, high school chemistry when I was, still in 6th grade, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm I literally just had to leap over all the little steps to learn this, and kind of had to figure it out on my own.
Yeah,
it was really difficult. But and then whenever I moved back to San Antonio with my mom, I was supposed to be in 8th grade, but they moved me just to freshman year of high school because I was so advanced, which was so weird.
Yeah.
That you would think that Mexico is more advanced in their education, it's just weird. I don't know.
Well, are they above us in the world ranking of
education?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know we're low. I think.
Have to look that up, but I think it's so weird. I think because I know a lot of foreign countries are very, very advanced in their education, and America is just kind of slower paced,
Mm-hmm.
and they're more curriculum based, I guess. But it's just the hard thing about it is there's not much opportunity in the foreign countries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? America is the land of opportunity, so they get their education over there and then they come here for the opportunity of it, I guess, is what you would say.
What grade is Maddie in?
She is going to 2nd grade.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not yet. But have you had to help her with any of their math or anything?
Mm-hmm. Right now she's doing addition and subtraction.
Is it hard? Is it like different from what you learned? Because I always see like those memes or like pictures or like.
I don't think it's different at this point. I think once she starts going into fractions and division,
Yeah.
I think that'll be a hard situation for me, because the reason the memes happen, like, oh, now, whatever, is because the 5th grade fractions that I used in 5th grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade, I haven't used them since 5th grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade. So it's really hard, to remember that. And you're like, but then even I don't know, I feel like eventually it'll kind of click back together, where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, but you don't use it, it's kind of like riding a bike, for me at least, you haven't done it in forever, so you kind of are wobbly starting back up again, but then you end up getting the hang of it after a while.
But I hear the way they're teaching it now is way different from how we were taught, how to. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any kids, but
No, I know, but I just don't understand how different.
I don't know. It's this new way of learning how to add or subtract different numbers. I don't know. I'd have to show you a picture or something.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. I mean,
It's I can't remember what it's called either.
I literally teach Maddie to count with her fingers.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do still sometimes. Have you ever left a bad tip?
A bad tip?
Mm-hmm.
I was a server for 8 years, so my bad tips are a 12%, 15%, anywhere from 10 to 15%, just depending on the service.
Yeah.
Just because since I was a server, it's kind of my expectation level. I want my drink to always be filled up. I don't want to have to sit there and wait for 45 minutes to order. I don't want to. But, I mean, I guess, yeah, if you consider 10% bad, I have.
Oh, well, I left. This is why I'm asking you this, because I had
I was where did this come from?
Probably a $58 and some change ticket at this restaurant. And I gave $60 back, or $60 and said, hey, just keep it. Because I plan on going back. We were coming home. My dad was going to go to sleep, and I was just going to go back and,
So it was a $58 tab.
So it was $1 and some change that I left.
That's awful.
But I was going to go back. I was going to...
Yeah, but she didn't know that.
That's not my problem. But here's the funny part.
The catch.
I go back and I sit at the bar and I ordered me a water, and I was just gonna chat with the bartender, kind of just chat. I think it was a Thursday or Friday. I didn't really want to be home or anything. Mm-hmm. And the girl behind the bar wouldn't wait on me. Oh. And I was like, okay. And then the waitress or the bartender that I'm friends with, she was like, hey, do you need anything? I was like, yeah, I'll give me a water for right now. She's like, okay. And then she went back, made me my water, and came back, and she was like, hey, that girl was like, that's the guy that left the $1 something tip. So she didn't want to help you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I think before I left, I paid with my card, so I left a bigger tip because the other waitress that I liked was working there, so I did that. And then we went back yesterday, and it was another I think it was $40-something, and I just made it even, so it was 70-something cents. And I gave the receipt to that girl, and then I gave the tip to my friend waitress. Mm-hmm. And I asked her, I was like, hey, did that girl say anything? Because I left a 70-cent tip. She's like, no, but she had to leave because it was kind of slow. I was like, oh. But she's like, but I know she's seen it. Yeah. But I was like, I mean, I came back. She could have helped me. I would have left a better tip. I mean, I guess I did leave a better tip the next time I went. But, I mean.
Well, yeah, but just because you left a crappy tip. And 90% of the time whenever, I've been around you or your dad, you are pretty toasty when y'all leave. You know what I mean? Y'all have had several drinks. You're kind of a little lit, having a good time, whatever. So really, just because you left a crappy tip doesn't mean you're always going to leave that. Like, it could have just been that you were drunk, whether you're going to go back or not, whatever it was. Like, I don't think she should have not waited on you. I've had several people that, like, stiffed me or, you know, just didn't leave a tip or, like, left 50 cents. I used to have this family come in. They were a family, I want to say they were Mennonites because they had those little cap things or whatever. I'm not trying to stereotype anybody, but anyways, they were really sweet, and every freaking Saturday they would come in and they would never tip me, ever. And one time I was having a bad day and they were like, oh, well, what do you recommend about this? This one's a little more expensive. I'm like, well, I mean, if you're looking to, she's like, well, we just want to, you know, if we get something more expensive, then we won't be able to leave you a tip. And I wanted to be like, y'all haven't left me a tip in the last 6 months that you've been coming to my damn table, so I don't care at this point, you know? But I was just like, okay. I said, well, then get the cheaper one, you know, like thinking that maybe they're going to tip me this time. Of course they didn't, you know, but every time they would come in, they always sat in my section, they always requested me, and I still gave them 110% of my service. You know what I mean? Just because that's why they kept coming back to me, because they knew that I didn't care that they didn't tip me. But I still gave them, like, you know, great service. I still made sure their drinks were full, their food was good, you know, like everything. But I don't think it was appropriate of her to not want to wait on you. And because you left $1 tip. I think she could have maybe put in more effort to be a better server, and you would maybe tipped her more.
And which is, like, now that I remember back, she really, like, the one that I'm friends with, like, would go up before, you know, we were friends. Like, she would go up to our table, you know, talk to us, sit down.
Yeah, be friendly.
Like how all the other waitresses that I've, like,
yeah,
you know, have been in that
especially at a bar, you have to be flirty. You have to be open-minded. You have to, like, you know, rub an ego here and there. You have to do that. You can't just be like, what do you want? A different
and, like,
server?
she was nice. She's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, that's about, you know, as
the
much
extent
talking.
of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It just kind of all depends. I just personally don't leave bad tips, especially now that I'm going to the cosmetology field. I feel like tips are going to be my bread and butter. So I just feel like it's bad tip karma.
How long have you been doing cosmetology? How long have you been doing cosmetology? I'm sorry, it sounded weird.
It's okay. I started cosmetology school in February, and I should be done by the end of December, beginning of January.
What do you plan on doing after that?
Oh, man. I've found my niche in doing eyelash extensions. I feel like I'm more comfortable in doing those. I feel like I'm good at them. I can always improve. I always plan on improving. I like doing hair and all that, but eventually I want to open my own salon and just kind of have, like, a variety of stuff. But until then, I think I'm just going to get out and kind of rent my own little booth somewhere and do lashes and hair, or, like, split it with somebody. But I did fall in love with doing eyelash. I didn't think I would, but I think the small area, the tedious work, because I was in dentistry for 10 years, that's more comfortable.
You seen that fly?
Yeah. I was like, just act like I didn't see that. Still hadn't cleaned this house since the last time. I tried killing it earlier, but he disappears, reappears. Anyways, yeah, so I just feel like it was more comfortable for me to do that. It's my area. Plus, I'm used to working on people's faces. So.
Have you ever accidentally sneezed on somebody?
Not so far. Okay. I mean, when I was in dentistry, yeah, but we always had masks. So that wasn't ever an issue.
That's whack.
We would just sneeze in our masks, and that was more disgusting. Because then you just have boogers all over you.
Mocos y todo.
Yeah, it was nasty.
That is nasty. Ugh,
I did nasty. The other day, though. Thankfully, it was a student, one of my friends. But I was chewing gum. And you know when you first put in a piece of gum, it's like all watery. You know, your mouth gets all real. Well, I just put it in. I was doing her lashes, and I was talking to her, and it just, like, a glob of, like, drool just fell in her hair, and she didn't realize it, so I didn't say anything, but I was just like...
Yeah, I wouldn't have said anything at all.
I didn't say anything, because I was like, that is just so gross. I would have freaked out, because I'm, like, the biggest germaphobe, you know?
I would ask for my money back. I mean,
well,
I didn't know
she didn't even pay me. So you're welcome. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I just plan on doing something fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you like it.
As long as I can provide for, the household and enjoy my job, I think I'll be okay. Mm-hmm. It's really just my biggest 2 goals is just to be able to provide and have fun. Make my own schedule.
That's always good. That's what, what's her name? Ashley does, huh?
Mm-hmm. She does hair and she does hair extensions and she does like cutting and coloring and she does eyelash extensions too. She's really good at hair for sure. And she's done my lashes before. She's good at that. And she's been doing it a lot longer than me.
How long has she been doing it?
Oh.
I think I met her like last year and or the year before.
No, she's been doing it for 5 years, 4 or 5 years. She's been doing it a while.
Really?
I want to say since before she had Addie, and Addie's about to be 7.
Wow,
No,
really?
then, I don't think she's
Then it had to be at least 7 years before Addie.
I'm gonna have to ask her, but she's been doing it for a while. She had kind of got out of it for a little bit, got back into it, but she's just always been in that industry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's good at it. I always like it when she does my hair.
Does she still turn your ear black? That was probably the funniest thing.
She does not. I know, and you told her, you rude.
Well, because I thought you had told her.
No.
And I was like, I said, we were talking about something, and I said something about, I was like, yeah, just don't turn my ear black. She's like, what? I was like, and I think I told her the story, and she's like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like that was a fake laugh.
It was. It was. You're rude. It's not. I mean, honestly, even obviously, I've just been doing it for 5-6 months, so I'm not good at it. I'm learning at it. But even then, when clients come in now, I always think of that. When clients come in now, I'll dye their hair, and I just get it all over their ear, all over the stuff, and I'm like, okay.
So how do you get it off their ear?
Alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, you just put some tequila on it, rubs it off.
I mean, I wouldn't use tequila. I'd use something else. Keep the tequila for myself.
I take a shot of tequila and then I put it in there. Yeah.
Then I just wash your ear off
Then I
with
just
water.
spit it in there. No, but yeah. Anyways, Domingo, I want to ask you a couple questions. So the other day, you and I were on the phone. I'm not going to let you interrupt me. You and I were on the phone, and I was telling you, because we were talking about how, was it that Moncio gets embarrassed, or you get embarrassed?
I can't remember. But is it weird that I started to get hot and nervous?
No, it's not weird, because
Okay.
I told you we were going to talk about this. And
Yeah, but then...
You said you're going to open it. I knew you were trying to veer. Why are you all sweaty?
I'm not
Why are you all
sweaty.
clammy?
When I did that interview with the Crafty Jackrabbit over there in Rawls, I was super nervous.
Aww.
And I told her...
See, that's what we were talking about. You were telling me about your interview.
Mm-hmm.
And how you get nervous.
Yeah.
And then I said, what did I say? I said, I don't understand why you get so nervous. Because me and Monty will talk about this all the time. You're probably super funny guy. You're sweet. You're fun. And you're just a cool guy all around. You really are. But why is it that you get so nervous to around people you don't know? And I feel even around people you don't know, there's been several times where me, you, and Monty will go have dinner and drinks or whatever, and for a while you're just kind of quiet and just I feel you have to ease your way into stuff. But my biggest question is, why do you get so nervous around girls?
I don't know.
I feel
really don't know. What do you
well,
feel
I just feel for me, because I've watched you do this several times, and I've talked to you about this, so it's not anything new. But I want you to open up to me and the podcast listeners. So I feel you kind of sabotage yourself before, whenever you try and talk to a girl, unless you've been severely drinking, then you're just kind of smooth operator.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, you're right. But I just feel you'll you purposely, you're oh, this girl, you get so nervous and you would rather just say something that you know is going to make that girl just not have interest in you, or something that's I don't know, but you like almost you would rather just sabotage yourself than get rejected. I feel like you do that. Am I wrong?
I think to an extent.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
Probably like 80%
Yeah.
extent. But I really don't know.
But like that's what I was
It's
asking
weird.
you the other day. I was saying, I'm like, what is it that you like? Even Moncio too. I mean, we talked about that. That y'all are just like y'all get embarrassed so easily, or y'all are just so shy. Like I feel like there's insecurities that like y'all are insecure about something, and so y'all'd rather just like stay closed off and quiet, so nobody like you don't want to draw attention to yourselves, so that you know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh my god, everybody's looking at me. You know, like. So I'm like, what is it that you're so insecure about? Or, not insecure, but just so, like, guarded about. That's a good word, guarded. Not insecure, because insecure can kind of be offensive. Sorry.
I mean, I took full offense.
I can tell.
I really don't know what it is. Because I know there's times where Joe... I know you watched How I Met Your Mother. Mm-hmm. Joe want to play that game, Have You Met?
Have you met Domingo?
And I'm always like, dude, don't do that. And I don't know, like, I've never been, like, even in school, like, when we'd have to do speeches, like, I hate just talking in front of people or, like, meeting new people.
See, I can relate to that to a certain extent because I feel like it's awkward meeting new people whenever you know that they're trying to hook you up. Like, I agree with the whole, like, oh, hey, this is Domingo, this is Lily, and then they walk away and you're just like, all right, and like, now we have to talk, you know, like, that's weird, like, but I don't, like, you approaching women.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, well, and like, I remember there was one specific night we were at the Bullet, it was me, you, Moncio, and I believe Joe was there. And this girl came and she approached you and she was just talking to you and you like just brought up a subject that should not be brought up. And yeah, do you want me to say what the subject was?
No.
Okay.
Is it bad?
It was not good because after a while, like you just kept arguing with her about that subject. And it's like, I understand the whole flirting.
Was it the political thing?
No, it was political/racial. Subject.
I can't remember. Was it when we were at the office?
No, that was with...
Oh, you said we were at the Bullet.
Yeah, and Moncio was with us.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and she was this younger... Well, she was not younger, but she was a pretty girl, and she was, like, kind of trying to talk to you. And then it was just, like, I literally just saw you light your little bridge on fire. I was like, Domingo.
I think it's like me... I think for me, I just don't think I guess I just don't think I find myself to be like an attractive guy. And
when you say attractive, do you mean physically or do you mean like inner attractiveness? Because there's two types of...
I'm funny. I know I'm funny.
Okay,
so I think I'm attractive that way.
So then why do you care if a female approaches you at that point, she thought you were attractive physically in some way, shape, or form. So don't bomb it. You know what I mean? Like,
But I've never been in that many, I guess, I've never been in a situation like that many times.
To, like, know how to handle it?
Yeah, to know, like, to see, like, oh, she's flirting with me. Oh, she, thinks I'm cute. Or most of the times I'm just like, oh, she's just probably too drunk or something. I don't know why she's talking to me.
You're so hard on yourself. But see, like,
I really am.
And that's what I tell Monte. I'm like, I think that you just need to approach females because I think when you're friends with a girl, you're like your genuine true self. Mm-hmm. Because like even me, I'm like, hey, this is Domingo, he's so funny, and then like you start
can't say that.
Excuse me, you start sabotaging yourself. I'm like, I swear he's such a cool dude. Like I don't know what to do right now,
But sometimes, like with you. When I first met you, we just kind of like clicked.
Yeah.
And we were, just joking back and forth.
Why did we click though? Honestly though, why do you think we clicked?
Because I was at the opposite end of the table. That's when they were trying to introduce you to Moncio. I didn't know what was going on. And
no, I had already been talking to Moncio.
Well, this was at Cujo's.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Oh, well, I didn't know that. But anyways, I think Moncio had gotten up to do something. And everybody was just laughing. And I was, I already had a few
alcoholic beverages,
Pepsis,
yeah.
And I went over there, and then we were just like cracking back and forth, like you didn't care. And I was like, this chick's cool, and everybody's like, hey man, that's Monte. I was like, I'm not trying to
But see, that's what I'm saying. I think you and I clicked because you knew that I was there with Moncio, so you knew you weren't in a form of like, oh, I'm gonna try and hit on her, or I could possibly take this chick home. You didn't have that in your head. Well, I don't know if you did, but
I don't think I knew that you were talking to Moncio until like people was like, dude, that's Moncio's chair. I'm like, okay, like what's I don't know what's I'm just like having fun with this girl. I'm just talking to this girl,
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. And then after that, you and I continued to be friends. Why? Because there wasn't that. I want to say it's intimidation, or the pressure of like, oh my God, does this girl like me? Does this girl think I'm cute? Like, why is she talking? You know what I mean? I think that, and I feel like you need to just approach every girl that way, in a form of like, I'm not trying to take her home. I'm not trying to date her. I'm just going to see if she's cool and she wants to be friends. And just be your genuine self. Because you're such a cool dude. And I need somebody to go on double dates with.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
But I just always wondered that. And Monty and I literally discuss that all the time. We're like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like,
I don't know
why you're so shy. And even sometimes you're just like quiet.
Yeah, there's times where like I can be like socially hyper.
Yeah. When
I'm with like you and Moncio or even Joe, and then there's times where I'm just like reserved and quiet. I can't control that. I don't know what it is.
Well, I think it's just the people that you're with and the comfort level that you're at. I feel like I'm like that too.
That last time I went out with y'all, with you and Moncio, I was kind of reserved and quiet. Didn't really say much.
Yeah, you kind of were. I also feel it's because there was other people there is what I'm saying. Like, Taylin and her husband were there, and then Ashley showed up, and so you were just kind of, your comfort level at first was like, okay, and then you knew those people were going to come, so it kind of like went down little by little, you think?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like trying too hard to be in people's head, but I really think that. I'm just a observer.
Well, like I said, I really don't know. I think me and Joe had a conversation about this the other night. I think it kind of went somewhat like this. I don't know. I have no clue.
I just think you need to start, if you could do that, the next female you come across, whether she's pretty, not pretty, chunky but funky, skinny, whatever she is, no matter what she looks like, just give it a test. Go talk to her like she's a friend, or just go say, hey, how's your night, whatever, instead of like, what do you think of Trump? You don't do that. Or how do you like your burgers, or what did Monty say? Do you want fries with that?
You want fries with that? Yeah, no. Is that what I asked about Trump?
No, I can't remember what you asked, but it was some political thing. And she was like digging you, which is a sad part about it. She was digging you.
Wait, at the office or at the Bullet?
At the office.
Well, see, I don't know why. We were literally just sitting there. And I heard somebody in the background talking about it. I was like, we're not talking about anything. So I just asked, I was like, hey, what are your thoughts on so-and-so? And she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I was like, okay, well, never mind then.
Well, not a lot of people want to talk about their political or religious views on the first sentence
encounter?
Yeah, exactly. I would just feel like that's more of like maybe third date material.
I didn't even know I was on a date.
No, you're not on a date, but
well,
I'm just saying.
But
what I'm saying is like that's maybe, and that's like pushing it, third date. Like I'd say maybe that's like after you're married.
Because I honestly didn't really care what she was going to... I was just probably going to debate back and forth just to debate. Because we literally were just sitting there.
But I remember one time I asked you, you're like, I just think the flirty arguing is cool too. But...
When did I tell you that?
You had told me this a while back. Because I ask you this all the time. Like, when are you going to open up? When are you, whatever. I'm such a mom. But I remember you had mentioned something like that. Excuse me. And I think that's cute too, but I think there's boundaries to it, like political, religion, not so much. It's not in the realm of cuteness.
I did. I matched with somebody, I think on Bumble or whatever, and she had a picture of her and her dog. Uh-huh. And this is probably bad on my part, but I was like, it's funny to me.
Self-sabotage.
And I was like, because there's a picture of me and my dog. She's like, hey, your dog's cute. And I was like, thanks. Or no, I think I said, your dog's not that cute. Mine's cuter or something like that. And she's like, why you got a dog or why you got to cut down my dog to put yours on top or something like that. And I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was just trying.
Yeah, I was like, it's a joke. My bad. What breed of dog do you have? And she never messaged me back. So I was like, okay.
See, that's just because she was tacky. You should have been like, oh, how cute. That dog is too. But you are too, or something.
And she had like a nice looking dog. It was like a mutt, like Tony, I think. But it was, I was just joking, and I was like, okay, well. Oh,
yeah,
well.
people like that are sensitive and annoying. So what are we going to say for the ending then? Because we got to put something. You can't just be like, okay, bye.
All right, that's it. Bye.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see. What can we put on there? Oh, I started taking apple cider shots.
Every day?
Morning and night. I don't know if I do, if you're supposed to do night, but I do.
I used to take them at night.
It just makes me feel bloated at night.
That's interesting. I've never felt bloated
Well,
on that.
yeah, more full, I guess.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. I do that, and I'll occasionally drink some coffee. I haven't drank coffee in a while. Probably about a week and a half.
Move your system along.
Oh, yeah. I'm like
Is that why you're trying to kick me out right now?
No. I done took my 3 dumps.
All right,
this
Lily,
morning.
that's enough of your stories. Gotta go.
I got to dump. Got to dump.
This is a serious podcast, but we gotta
I
go.
forgot to send you that picture that you wanted the other day.
What picture?
You said you wanted a picture of my dump for some reason.
Ew, I don't even remember that.
I was actually going to send you that emoji of the dump with the happy face, but I forgot.
I'm like, yeah, don't send it to me. I'm okay not knowing
But
the ins and outs of it.
yeah, how can we end this now?
Well, I don't know. I did feel like it was a really serious podcast.
It was actually a pretty good podcast.
Yeah, and I do really think that self-defense and women being aware, well, just awareness of your surroundings is important. Just to go back to that, just because ever since that class, I heard so many like statistics and stories, and I was like, it could happen to anybody. And did you know that 43% of all attacks happen in the victim's home? So
Where did he get those stats from?
Because 28 rapes.
I believe you. I was just wondering.
No, I know, but he's saying 28 rapes happen every month that are only 28 that are reported. Like, who knows? So from those that do happen, rapes or attacks or whatever, they pull the statistics out of that, I'm assuming.
I'd hate to be the guy getting those stats.
Yeah,
I think that would be hard.
It's scary, and it's sad because, I'm a female, I have a little girl, so you're just like, what do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just, like I said, I just got a dog, so I don't really have to worry about much. He can kind of take care of himself. But I totally understand. Also, do you know any like small businesses I can interview?
Small businesses. Hey,
I guess
actually,
we can talk
we were
about
just
it
talking
after,
about. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
We can
I didn't know
close
if you
off.
needed to leave or nothing, but.
Well, I kind of do, but it's okay. We can talk for a little bit longer, I guess. I mean, kind of like you. You're all right, dude. No, there is a small business called, actually I just heard about it yesterday. I found it on Facebook. It's in Morton, and Elise's fiance's cousin's mom owns this. So it's like affiliated with Elise's family, I guess.
Okay.
What do you call it?
I'm still salty because her baby wanted to
take your birthday.
Yeah. Like, come on, dude.
It is called Butterfly Kisses Floral and Gifts. It's in Morton, Texas. They're really neat stuff. You should find it on Facebook, like it, and then probably like try and communicate with them, or try and like get in contact with them.
Okay.
Something like that would be neat. They sell like flowers. They sell all kinds of stuff. And will you pick me up a couple things on your way back?
Yeah, I'll
just send you a
see what I
shopping
can
list. Thank you. You mean I'll let you know?
Yeah. I'll screenshot this, I think, maybe. Yep. Yeah, because I don't know if you heard the last one. I went to Raw. Well, I talked to you after. I went to Raw's and interviewed them.
You said you were talking to me after.
Huh?
You said you were talking to me after. Why do you keep talking to me?
No, I meant like talk to you after I did the interview in Raw's.
Oh, yeah, you did talk to me after I did.
Yeah, see, I know. I was there. I remember.
No, yeah. I have not heard that podcast yet.
It's
But Moncio heard it.
I don't think I have good interviewing skills. I think I got to like learn because I wanted to have like a conversation, kind of like how
Today
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like interviewing is different than conversation. Like you kind of interviewed me, but we just kind of shoot the crap too.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should have. I told you for interviews whenever you called me, I said I think you should have a list of set questions.
And I did, and I I try to have them memorized.
Don't
Which
put
didn't
them on a
work.
piece of paper.
It didn't work.
They know that you're there to interview them, and if you come with a sheet of paper, are you done with it?
No.
Oh, if you come with a sheet of paper and pen, they're gonna at least know, like, oh, okay, at least he's trying.
Yeah.
To
and
remember.
I couldn't find much about the company, but I brought up facts that I found on their Facebook, from me actually doing some research. But yeah, I think it helped out that she was like she reminded me of one of my older teachers that I liked. Mm-hmm. She was real nice. But yeah, no, you got to go get your. I'm popping my fingers. You can hear it. You can even see the little squiggly lines.
Can you really?
Yeah. But we need to have Mackenzie saying, "Can't pop that."
Can't pop that.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah. You have anything else?
Nope, that's
Nope.
it.
All right. You got to get your light fixed and your oil change, right?
I hope they don't charge me to put that light in. I don't know. I mean, if they do, but
Tell them Moncio used to work there.
I'll be like, my boyfriend worked here.
Y'all know Moncio? Yeah. Well, he used to work here. Oh yeah, we'll do it for free, man.
Yeah, right.
I've tried
I'd be
that.
like,
It never
go to
works.
the next one.
He didn't work at this one.
Yeah, sorry. We don't like him. No,
But
I'm just kidding.
you gotta be making noise.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm like, sorry.
What?
It was just not.
That
close
stuff's
all the
good though,
way.
right?
It was so delicious.
I don't know what it is.
Every time I come to your house, I'm hungry. I don't know if because your house is so homey to me. Like I just love coming here because it just feels like a home,
Mm-hmm.
Like so, I'm like I want a sandwich and chips, and like I get
And
hungry when I
You wanted
walk
a whole
into
bag of chips at one time. That was
Every
funny.
time I come here, I swear I raid your food.
But yeah, now we don't have much food. I don't think. We just haven't gone to buy groceries in a while.
That's all right. Next time I expect chips and sandwiches.
Some Ruffles.
Yes.
Or I don't know what.
They were Ruffles.
What can you eat on?
classics.
Because you're still on the keto diet, right?
That was not keto.
No, that's true. That is true.
I do my best to stay low on carbs, but I'm not like as strict as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot of lifting lately,
That's
so
good.
being on keto, you can still do it, but it's harder. Like keto is gonna help you burn fat and stuff, but it's hard to gain muscle on it, is what I've read.
Or just eat more protein.
But then that defeats the purpose of keto.
How does it defeat the purpose of keto?
Because keto, you have to deprive yourself of carbs, and it's moderate protein, and then high fats. So if you add more protein to
add more
it
fats.
kicks your body out of ketosis. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And ketosis is when your body uses the fat storage and for energy instead of like the carbohydrates and the sugar that you put in your body. So, yeah. So really, what will happen is I'll start getting hungry. I'll start like craving sugars, and like I'll start getting hungry. Like I'm not getting enough. I'll start getting like tired and stuff. So I've been eating a little bit more carbs, but I need to just start managing them a little bit better. But yeah, you're right. I could add more protein into my diet.
Or make like a little protein.
But I also
shake
don't want to
or
be
whatever.
like a bodybuilder. You know what I mean? Like my body is never gonna be the thigh gap skinny girl. Like I've always had thick thighs. I've played soccer my whole life. My thighs are just huge. I've always just been chunky, and so I'm okay with it. I just want to be firm. Does that make sense? So I don't want to build muscle to be like a bodybuilder. And I don't want to lose weight to be like, oh, you can see my ribs. Because it's never going to happen. I just want to find like a happy medium. And right now I'm kind of lost on where that's at. So I've just kind of been eating.
That always
I want.
helps.
Yeah. That's why I wanted a sandwich and chips.
But-
All right.
But okay, I think.
We surpassed that now.
Yeah.
But I want to go because I want to beat like the traffic, the 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock traffic,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
So like, yeah. But anyway.
But we just like, it's like me and Joe, we kind of like find a topic and then we're supposed to end and then we just go off that little tangent.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. All right, bye. See ya.
Salute.
But, what am I doing? But, okay, Lily, you have a good day.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank you
probably
for
end up
having me.
chatting sometime. Do you have anything going on this weekend?
I do have a wedding tomorrow. Or what's today? Thursday. I have a wedding Saturday. And then, actually, in the evening, Juan he owns Attitudes in Levelland. He's having like a little cookout and fundraiser for his daughter. She needs a kidney transplant, and so he's just kind of live music cookout. If you would like
Where's
to
that
go. At? Attitudes in Levelland.
Oh, it's gonna be at Attitudes. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I just wanted to. So if people make it
starts
this
at 7.
hour.
Yeah.
This whole hour. So it starts at 7 Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday 4th?
7 p.m. at Attitudes.
In Levelland, Texas.
Yeah, in Levelland, Tejas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live music, just fun stuff. Just go out there and support it.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know when you're going to put this out, but...
It'll be... I'll try to put...
next week.
No, it'll be Sunday. I like to put them out Fridays at noon.
Oh, okay.
So it should be out. I don't know how many people listen to it, you know.
Hey, the few that do.
Yeah, it'll be on there. But, okay. You have a good day. We're ending the podcast now. I wanted to go off on something else, but we can't. Nothing. Y'all have a good weekend.
What did you want to go off on?
I'll just tell you after.
Oh, okay.
It has something to do with the podcast, anyways.
Okay.
Y'all have a good weekend. Salute to everybody listening. Thank you for re-listening.
Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, me and Lily had a nice little chat today, but next week we'll probably get Joe.
Yeah.
Hopefully, us three. Yeah, okay, y'all have a good weekend. See ya.
Bye.